Previously on Focus.
On a summer evening in June 1961, in the village of Garabandal, northern Spain, 4 girls reported seeing a vision of an angel. The angel came to them several times and said that the Virgin Mary would visit them. The Blessed Virgin appeared. She had an important message and warnings for the world. If mankind did not change its ways and lead a holier life, then a dreadful chastisement would be unleashed. On June the 18th, 1965, at about 11:30 at night, Conchita received the last message. It was filmed by Spanish television. 2 of the many priests to witness the events of Garabandal were Father Luis Maria Andreu, a 38-year-old Jesuit professor of theology from Una in Spain, and his brother, Father Ramon.
I want to talk about Father Luis, the young priest who died of joy, because we have to relate that to the crisis in the church today. Father Luis, who was a young 38-year-old Jesuit priest, on his 3rd visit to Garabandal, he saw the Blessed Mother. He witnessed the great miracle, or at least part of it, that we're waiting for. And he died on his way home of total joy, total joy. Our Blessed Mother had told him, "You will soon be with me." His last words were, "This is the happiest day of my life. What a sweet and lovely mother we have in heaven." Oh, yeah. You know his body is going to be found incorrupt on the day after the miracle. He is now in Loyola in a tomb, in there with another priest.
Where?
In Loyola, Spain.
Okay.
But what I want to say is, why was he singled out? Why did the Blessed Mother single out this priest? She loved it when all the priests came there. I mean, she'd give them girls messages for him.
The first day I went up to the mountains, my brother Luis with me. For him was, I think, the 2nd time, but for me was the first. At one moment, Loli and Jacinta, in the little area of the pines, they enter in ecstasies. I was looking at them, transformed the face, very beautified, and as a proof, I ask inside of me, if that is true, please, that one of the girls come out of the ecstasies. And at that very moment, one of the 2 came out of the ecstasies. And the other one said, "Why did you go out?" And ask him. And then we didn't hear the answer of the vision. But then I started again asking another proof. If that is true, that this girl enter again in the ecstasies, automatically enter in the ecstasies. So I turned to my brother Luis and I said, "Luis, be careful with what you are thinking, because here the transmission of the things and thoughts is immediately done." And that was my first experience of things that impressed me, of course, in this area. The first time I went up. After that, I stayed there for weeks, several weeks, and I saw a lot of many other things, but I have not much time now to explain them. They are written in the books.
Our Lady showed special care and attention to every priest who came to the village. The only one to see the future miracle was a priest. The girls were told by Our Lady, "A priest is more important than an angel." The children were told if they meet a priest and an angel, they were to greet the priest first. The children were given the ability to recognize priests who came to the village in ordinary clothing. Nearly every time the Virgin appeared to them, the children were told to pray for holy priests. They had the ability to know when a visiting priest was in serious sin, and this was so that they would make more sacrifices for them. Marie Loli was told by our Blessed Mother that she would suffer much in her life, and to offer the suffering to God as a sacrifice for priests.
the thing I think is more important in my life, to pray for holy priest. I don't know.
With regard to apparitions, you feel that's the most important thing in your life, to pray for priests?
Yes.
The idea is people have to remember now that the priests that we have are no different than those 12 apostles.
Right.
They're human beings, but God has a way of choosing human beings and to do his best work. And not only that, but he doesn't take it from me. I'm going to be 75 in about 2 weeks.
Right.
And take it from me, from experience. God has a way of going to the trash bucket and picking out the people that he wants to use.
Because it also shows that, as we're going to see, the church will not collapse. Despite this, God will overcome, and his message will overcome. No. Let's talk.
Jesus said, not even the gates of hell will prevail against the church.
Right.
I will be with you all days, even unto the end of the world.
Because you can never fully destroy what God started.
Mother did tell Loli, in a certain moment, a certain time, it's going to look like the church is finished. Priests are going to have a very hard time to talk about holy and divine things. And it's going to be very difficult for them to offer.
But it's
holy
the beginning
mass.
of a renewal.
She called it communism.
Right.
That's what she called it. So is it a continuation of Fatima? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because there is a union between those two sites.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a warning. We don't know when.
Worldwide warning.
We don't know when.
Loli's the only one that knows the year, not the date.
Do we know what kind of warning?
Year. Yes, we know a lot about it.
What is it?
The warning is going to be a very terrifying event. It's going to happen in the sky. It's going to be something that every person on this earth will experience at the same moment, at the same time, regardless of where you are. You can't go and hide in the forest, in the desert, in the mountains, or in a cave, or under the ground. There is no place that you are going to hide.